Down to a 3 loyalty planeswalker. Cut down doesn't do it, so we're plussing to look at the top 5 cards and try to hit a go for the throat, basically. We exiled one of them earlier. Gix's Command, that'll do. We got a Shelly down here as well. Highest power, and we'll take 2 creatures. Shelly and Flesh Gorger. Copied, we'll get back to Harvester as well. Welcome back, I am Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing Rakdos Midrange in Ranked Aftermath Standard post-ban. There's no Bankbuster, Invoke Despair, or Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, so what are we going to do? We're going to keep on playing on, because this deck is still pretty dang good, just have to make a couple tweaks. So, number one, with Bankbuster gone, I get this question a lot in the comments, what is replacing Bankbuster? For me, it's the Underdog. This card was extremely good when it first came out, and has kind of seen less play since then, but it is different to the Bankbuster for sure, but it fills a similar role. It also threatens Planeswalkers, right? One of the issues with the Bankbuster is you can't just tap out and play your 4 loyalty Planeswalker, because if your opponent has a Bankbuster and happens to have a 3-mana 3/3, they just crew the Bankbuster and attack down the Planeswalker, so that was always a bad play pattern to play against. Underdog, similarly, if they just tap out and play a Planeswalker and you can pick off their 1 blocker cheaply, you can still blitz in the Underdog and attack it down. So provides that similar niche there and be able to attack down Planeswalkers, and draws you cards late game if you're the person with the Underdog in the graveyard and you can bring it back every turn. You win a lot of those games, so very good card. Harvester, still in the deck, still a solid card. Obviously less good without the Fable of the Mirrorbreaker copy, but a 2-mana 3/2 hits pretty hard. Also, you can sack it and give a creature -X/-X, which scales with the number of blood tokens you have. So obviously acts as a removal spell, and then of course it generates a blood token, so you can just cycle lands away late game. So still just a solid card in general, and I'm going to continue to run it. 3-drop slot, we don't have the Fable anymore. Nahiri's Warcrafting is effectively my replacement. The base case is it kills Sheldred, 3 mana, 5 damage, picks off most things in the format you need to kill, and then the highest upside is you pick some smaller things off and get some pseudo card draw. Maybe you hit your land drop per turn, or maybe double spell with another 2-drop, something like that. Decent card, decent value, I like that. Running 4 copies of the Trespasser. We don't have the 3-for-1 that is Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, so instead we're just running the 2-for-1 that is the Trespasser. Obviously, if they want to kill it, they have to burn 2 cards, 1 to target it, and then 1 to discard off the target. 1 Flesh Gorger, because lifelink is very good, and this card has a pretty high win rate against the meta right now. It is nice to be able to counter race a lot of the aggressive decks. Sheldred, of course, OP, and Gix's Command along with Brotherhood's End fill out our sweepers. 2 of these in the 3-drop slot to sweep early, and then 2 of these Gix's Command can sweep late, as well as perform lots of other things that I described in yesterday's video. You know, obviously have your opponent sack their biggest creature, sweep the low to the ground stuff, return 2 creature cards back to the hand, or give something +2/+2 and lifelink, which can help race. Just 1 Chandra on top. She's not as insanely good without Invoke Despair, right? The Invoke Despair copy was just disgusting off this card. And so it's definitely worse here, because if you're up against control and you +1, you want to get an instant or sorcery, the only thing you're going to get are going to be basically removal spells. You know, cut down, Vulture Surge, go for the throat. Those things aren't going to be hugely useful against a control opponent with nothing on their board. Gix's Command is probably the best thing you can copy, because you can get back a whole bunch of creatures to your hand and try to win that way. But certainly against any mid-range or aggro deck, if you can just +2, get 2 mana, copy a removal spell, you get way ahead. And you can always -X and pick off their Planeswalkers or whatever. So still good, but not as good without Invoke Despair. That's the deck. If you want to support the channel, just watch the whole video to the end. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the draw, seems fine. We'll keep this. Magic Crafter. Alright, slow land is fine here. Alright, the turn 2 timer comes out. They decide on a Ganjo. We'll just hold open, go for the throat here. Opponent's got all the artwork. I should be very afraid here. I guess they are balling out on their Esper deck. Okay, do nothing. I don't think we slam Shelly here. Seems like it's going to die or get countered immediately. But we don't have any Bankbuster to start drawing, so we just sit here. We need an Emperor right now. Okay, fine. We need an Underdog to get in there. Sure. We might not even go for the throat. We might Nahiri's Warcrafting. Maybe we'll Warcraft the Emperor, I guess. Plus there, sure. Okay, swing for 3. We'll attempt this. It's dead. I don't want to play the land, because I want the Warcrafting value. but I think we need to play through Make Spear. So we'll play you out anyway, and we'll try to Warcraft the Emperor here. Goes down, and we hit an underdog. That's great. That is a fantastic draw. This is exactly what we need in this matchup. No Make Spear. Hits the battlefield. Cut down, but we can just bring it back every turn for the rest of the game. It's just underdog spam from here on out. Why not? Okay. I guess the Emperor this turn. Hold on. Wait, we do not want to attack with that, actually. Maybe we'll put out the Harvester. Let's just not attack. They're going to slam the next Emperor, which is not what we want. So let's just play out the Harvester here. They counter you. Now they don't have enough mana to Emperor. All right, well then I'm happy to attack. Yeah, sure. Get in for 3. Great. And the draws continue. All the underdogs in the house, even if they exile 1 off an Emperor, we're still fully stocked. Farewell. They get rid of you, but we will keep on coming, man. I think Chandra's pretty interesting. I think we go for it. Just plus and make the mana. Harvesters may be better here. You know, if they hold up in mana for an Emperor, I don't want to throw too many underdogs down there. I guess we can always just minus the Chandra. Maybe it is the underdog. Just because it does so well against any damage-based removal, and we'll continue to hit land here, I think. Even though we have the Harvester cycle potentially, if we can keep drawing off the underdog, then land is still good to deploy. They actually have an answer to Chandra. Wasn't sure what they would have, if anything. But we can continue to just pressure them here. They have 4 mana open for the next Emperor, but we could run out 2. So let's try it. Get in for 6. Okay, they eat both, no Emperor. Sure, we can play out the Harvester as well. Could even cycle Brotherhood's End. Draw up. And I guess we'll be sad if they have the next Farewell, but that's a lot to ask. Do you really have both in the top 15 cards? Opponent says yes. Great. Alright, we'll take a cycle then. Bin the land. We can keep Brotherhood's End. Alright, 3 underdogs down already. Double Farewells in the top 15 cards. Vulture Surge. I mean, it's Shelly time. Do we play the land? There aren't that many cycles in the deck. We'll play out this land. That's okay. Okay. Shelly versus the world. Opponent managed to farewell all 3 underdogs. We got 1 more, I think. Yeah, 3 down. Down to 9. No immediate instant speed removal. No attacks from us. We're not running into any Emperors here. Land's not what you needed to see. I think we just hold it at this point in case there is something to cycle. No attacks. You got an Emperor? No, but you have the answer. Okay. Okay. Alright. Top deck wars. Opponent down to 9. To land. Do nothing. It's a land on our side. We can play out one of these maybe. Let the top deck continue. Gix's Command. Yeah? Return up to 2 creature cards to the hand. Opponent says your go. I mean, I guess we'll just get back Shelly here. Okay, sure. I don't think I saw stick. We're going to go for this one. Okay. Do you have the next removal spell lined up? You bounce it. Okay, that's interesting. Past us, we'll try again. Lands. End. Down to 7. Okay, we can't even kill it even if we wanted to. Oh my god. I mean, we can Brotherhood's End, right? Mana value 3 or less? Yeah. Okay. Good, we hit something to cycle too. I mean, it's only a, you know, a 1/1. Maybe we don't even bother. Maybe they play more Sunfalls. I don't think we care about the 1/1. Let's just play the Harvester and cycle a land. Okay, goodbye. More land. All right. That's all for this turn. 3 sweepers and the cut down, sure. More removal, great. Ender. More land on their part. Hey, it's a card, let's go. It's a playable. I mean, we could take the creature, but Gix's Command is like one of the things we actually have going for us. It does make the clock a little faster, but I think I'm going to leave it there in case we have the next Gix's Command. So, we'll just take one of these. Yeah, that's all. More land for them. Great. Best game of Magic ever. Flip to Nightside. Okay. Let's get in there. Let's go. All right. Do we take it now? I mean, it gets them pretty close to dead. We'll take it now. They can power up in response. We can nab it with Voltage Surge. Okay, they make a 1/1 before they can declare blockers. We'll nab it for 2 damage. Submit 0. All right, get in for 4. Opponent's down to 2 now. Okay, what else you got? They scoop! Let's go! Never didn't have it. Easy mode. On the play with the underdog, we'll keep this. I guess we'll hold cut down on 1. Up against Calyx, dude nabbed a sweet name. And it's Kumano, so we don't have a cut down target. I guess we can play the underdog. They almost certainly play a creature this coming turn, right? And it might have haste. I think we just go for the throat instead. We got a lot of land in hand, though. Beast Caller. All right. She's big, but the counter's got nowhere to go, which is nice. And she's dead. We are down to 18. War crafting. So we'll go underdog and cut down the Kumano. Unless we really want to warcraft it this turn. It's possible. Could also trade with the underdog. That's not awful either. Let's see what else they play here. Rocco. Okay. Alright, I think we will cut this guy down. And I guess warcraft the Rocco. I mean, we'll see what we exile off this thing. Flesh Scourger. They get land. I think we just kill this thing because if it gets out of 5 toughness range, we have no answer to it for a while. So I think sadly we burn the warcrafting here. Okay, we cannot use that this turn. So kind of a waste, but that's alright. And they have plenty of hasty creatures, but I guess we'll get in here for 3. Down to 15. Looks like these things are still exiled, even though Rocco is dead. So we'll get the Flesh Scourger next turn, so I don't regret that play at all then. I was thinking they might disappear when this thing left the battlefield. It's Rocco Part 2. We need an answer again. It's now at 3-5. We really need a good answer here. And then it's an Initiate. What a funky little deck. Shelly. I mean, that's a good card. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Yeah, Rocco... Okay, they put it there. Sure. No attacks. They are down to 13. They do drop down to 11. So Shelly could just get there by herself rather. Botanical Brawler. Yeah, opponent's just running this mishmash of counters, I guess. Let's see if they attack and threaten the Sheldred. You know, instant speed removal spell. If they don't attack though, that means they don't have anything, yeah. Okay, we hit land. Go for the throat, that's great. Yeah, I think we just take out Rocco before they find a solution to Sheldred. So sure, we'll play out the land. They do get... Should have done it the other way. I was thinking, yeah, they can put the counter anywhere. That was a mistake. Alright, just kill the Rocco now. That's fine. I was thinking the counter would go on the Rocco, and then we just kill it anyway, but no, we should have killed it first. They got a free counter out of that. And no good attacks. I think we just keep Shelly around. They got a lot of food. I guess they can gain a whole bunch of life here. It's kind of interesting. Okay, Rocco Part 1 down. No attacks. Start sacking food tokens. Down to 11 again. It is pricey to pay for the food, though. Recommission? What the hell? Additional +1 counter on it. Oh my god, are we gonna lose to this deck? Come on, hold on. I think we might actually lose to this deck. They have a Raiju? What is going on? Okay, they don't have any good attacks this turn, really. Unless they want to throw away the Raiju. They're thinking about it. Oh, they do want to get in there. Interesting. Okay. So they make everyone pretty big, I guess. We can eat the Raiju. I think we want to keep Sheldred alive. We could double block the Brawler. This seems acceptable, maybe. Voltage Surge. Kicks his command. Actually goes a decent way here. Kill their biggest creature, makes Shelly massive. Okay. 6/7 hits pretty hard. Eat it all down to 4. We'll play out the land, because as long as they're giving us multiple cards per turn, we can actually use all the lands we're hitting. Down to 2. They can always, you know, eat the food at instant speed. It's a duelist. It's a big Rocco. If we cast the spell, they can put the counter on the Legion Duelist at instant speed. So we can't really use the Voltage Surge here. Because it's not when the... It's just when we cast it, right? Maybe you cast a spell, yeah, so I think we're doing nothing here. Yeah, pass, let the Surge go. Harvester. I think we can almost throw away the Shelly here. Because if we have the underdog around, we can draw extra cards every turn. It's not that bad. Okay. Alright, so they don't kill Sheldred then. We get the draw off the underdog. We gain the life. We'll play out the Trespasser here. I don't think we need to... I mean, the counter on the Rocco isn't that scary, I guess. Eventually it kills Sheldred, though. Let's just take the damage off the Trespasser. We'll take a creature. Actually, probably should have taken a 2 or 3 drop, given that they play Recommission. So maybe could have taken the Dusk Legion Duelist there instead. They do gain a bunch of life. Absolutely bizarre game. I've never played against Rocco. Kodama gives them Trample. And they put a counter on. It's now a 4/4. Land. Warcrafting. Warcrafting could be good after combat to kill the Rocco. I think we can underdog and Warcraft this turn. And I think we can still throw everyone in there. This time we'll take the Legion Duelist. I think that's the card we don't want them to get back with Recommission. Okay, sack the food. Drop to 4. We can kill Rocco, though. Cut down. Rocco dead. Land. I mean, technically, I guess we actually want this land. Down to 2. Really bizarre game. Let's see if they have the next Rocco. We've seen, what, 2 or 3? They don't. I have never played against that card. That was really interesting. I mean, you haven't seen food in so long. I'm pretty happy they printed that card. That made the game so much more interesting than any other game I've played in like the last month. Yeah, maybe I'll try Rocco out. That was cool. Weird, but cool. On the play, seems okay. Up against damage 82. Chandra looking a little bald in this avatar, I will say. Mono red. Do nothing, though. That's my favorite kind of mono red. Swamp here. Play with fire to the face, maybe. They're holding priority. What do you got, buddy? Do nothing. Okay. It's a lot of priority hold to do nothing. Mono red, pass again. Well, we'll give him the Flesh Scourger here. It's fine with me. You got Lightning Strike, you can take 3. Now what do you want to do? There's the Lightning Strike. Okay. If we curve out into Shelly, that's obviously a massive problem for mono red. But they're playing pretty weird. Like, this does not feel like normal aggressive mono red. Maybe they're kind of mid-range late game. Furnace Punisher, nope. 2 more basic lands. Well, we don't have that yet. Hey, that's not the basic land. I think we just play Shelly this turn. Maybe Warcraft hit land next turn. They draw first. That means they don't have a Rending Flame. Down to 15. They look at Shelly, though. They have the Warcrafting. Okay, you have an answer. We eat 3, but we actually hit the second basic, so we don't take any more damage off this, which is kind of nice. Resolve. And we'll go Warcrafting here, try to hit land. We don't. What happens to these guys? Exile one of them. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll exile the Go for the Throat and keep the underdog in the deck. In theory. In theory, if the game went on that long, I'd be more interested in winning quickly versus mono red, which could just burn us out to 0. So, we'll see if we get... Is it on the bottom? No, it's just shuffled. Okay, yeah, we'll keep the underdogs in there. Devastator. X equals 3 is just big enough to get past Voltage Surge. We can Harvester and Surge it this coming turn, though. Down to 12. It's another land. We'll play you out. And we'll Harvest. And we'll probably Voltage Surge on their turn. Although cycling to hit land is kind of attractive for the Chandra, but no, I think we just Surge here. Ooh, don't love that. Okay. I mean, we get an opportunity to pick it off for 2 here. So we'll do that before the trigger, submit 0. Okay, so it dies before it gets the counter, which is great. But they still get a Lightning Strike back here, which is less than great. They're leafing through the graveyard. Oh, they could get the Warcrafting here if they wanted. And try to hit land for turn. Okay, sure. Harvester down, okay. If we were super cheeky, we could kill our own Harvester first, but we need to get rid of the Devastator here. Yeah, I think it's just you. Attack the artifact, deal 4 damage. Try to top deck the land. We do. I guess we're playing you out into nothing. And +2 onto nothing. Hope this thing survives. Okay. 7 Loyalty Planeswalker. 4 cards in hand. Can you kill it this turn? X equals 4. That gets part of the way there. Down to a 3 Loyalty Planeswalker. Cut down doesn't do it. So we're plussing to look at the top 5 cards. And try to hit a Go for the Throat, basically. We exiled one of them earlier. Gix's Command. That'll do. We got a Shelly down here as well. Highest power. And we'll take 2 creatures. Shelly and Flesh Scourger. Copied, we'll get back to Harvester as well. Okay, not bad at turn. We still have Cut Down at the ready. So Ken's in. It's 2 damage. We have Cut Down though. Play with Fire is 2 damage there. But she will actually survive this turn. Cut down one of them. We actually copy it. Which one do we target here? That one? Okay. And they both go down and they scoop. Yeah, Chandra's still a good card. I mean, the Invoke Despair Chandra thing was ridiculous. And so here you're going to plus and you hit removal spells, and it's not probably as useful against control, but she's still just a very solid card, I think. I had fun. Yeah, that was a weird game, but I had fun. Well, the draw seems okay. Ooh, the RAKDOS mirror. Very scary. We got cut down for the harvester. Ooh, Jund instead. Exciting. We don't have double red for Warcrafting yet. Opponent has all the colors into a Flesh Gorger, which we cannot kill for Go for the Throat. We do magically hit the source on time. I think we just kill you now. If we wait one turn, we get a land, right? But we can Shelly next turn, so I guess we'll just do this now. Alright. Doesn't matter what we pick because we cannot play it this turn. But that's okay. Elder Dragon War. Alright. They get to draw a discard. We're down to 14. We'll play out this land so we don't take any damage and get Sheltered Online. See if it survives at all. Looks like not. They go for the throat before taking the draw, perhaps. Yep, there it is. Discard, then draw. They bin go for the throat. That's interesting. What, you don't think we have more Sheldreds? Why did you throw that away? That's not good. Oh, they're actually... They're 4 color? What are they? Trespasser, take the Shelly from the graveyard. Okay. It's a good card. It's a 2 for 1. We can also 2 for 1 though. We can Warcrafting you. Try to hit land. Yep, I'm sure. Auto pay. We still have black open for cut down. We'll discard this land and keep the Foundry. Do we need Go for the Throat against them? They haven't shown us any Go for the Throat targets. We don't know why they play blue or green. But we'll still bin this land. We might hit a land here anyway. It's an underdog. Okay. Underdoge it is. Get him going. Down to 12. Create a 4/4 flying dragon, which we have Go for the Throat for, but we're definitely behind. Cruelty of Gix. That's not good. We got nothing in hand though, so they waste phase 1, and then eventually they can't get back Shelly because they took it with the Trespasser. So that's a small plus. Okay, so good news is good news is they didn't do anything. Bad news is they're about to go get something back from the graveyard anyway. We can play the 6th land, that's fine. And we'll Mishra's Foundry. Let's pop them for 2. Alright. Down to 13. They go look through their deck and get whatever freaking card they want. It's a swamp. It's an Atali. Okay. Sushi and a Trespasser. Goodness gracious. How good is Gix's command? We kill the Atali, and that's it? Hey, there it is. What if we make the underdog a lifelinker? Does that help? The unfortunate thing is the Trespasser picks off the underdog, but we're so low on life total anyway. How much does that matter? I think we have to do this. I think we're going to lose otherwise, or lose really quickly otherwise. So sack the biggest one, and then we'll just take the lifelink this turn. Submit. Okay, so we got a 5/4 lifelinker, and they trade with the sushi, presumably, and they pick it off with the Trespasser next turn, so none of this feels good. But I think that was our best move. We didn't really have time to go for the throw with the Trespasser, and we're short 1 land to do it all in 1 turn. So if they get Atraxa here, can they cast it? They don't have white. There's no white. Oh, they get back the Atali off the sand. I always forget how that works. Yeah, we're toast. There was no way to navigate that. I guess we could have Go for the Throated on their upkeep, whatever, after the Gix's command, but they still would have just domed us with the sushi and everything else, so we're super dead. We're super dead. Oh my god, all the dead. So dead. On the play, definitely keepable. Red on 1, hold up in Voltage Surge. Reba on that green Enchantment's Life. How about Nah? How about Voltage Surge? Dead. Good. Not a land. We'll get the underdog going. They likely play out a creature here, which we could go for the throat, but we'll see. If we're lucky, we hit land this turn, so we can Warcraft not this coming turn, but the turn after that. Naturalist will take you 2. We do hit land, so let's not burn the Warcrafting here, because I'd rather hit land. So we'll use the Go for the Throat now, and Warcraft next turn and try to hit land so we can play Sheldred on time. Companion. Okay, well, if that's what we waste our Warcrafting on, we'll definitely hit land for turn. We hit it anyway, so that's nice. Then we don't have to, swing for 3? Then we have to waste the Warcrafting here. And Shelly. Let's go. Draw down to 12. Rite of Harmony. Draw cards whenever a creature or enchantment enters the battlefield under your control this turn. Draw a card. Ossify. Okay. Pretty good. Still don't need to waste our Warcrafting. We'll just run back to the next Shelly, I suppose. Pretty expensive way to draw a card, though. Swing for 1. Okay. Do we care if they cast this back? I mean, in theory, they could slowly start running. It's so expensive, though. 4 mana? I guess we could strip it. I'm fine with that. Swing for 3. I don't even know if that was necessary. It's really expensive. 4 mana to draw 1 card. But we'll take it anyway. Catilda. It's a card. Let's hope it stays just under Warcrafting damage. Hit land here. We're definitely going to take you. 2 excess damage. We could play out Go for Throat, I guess. Sure. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Land Companion. Take the Catilda, which is nice as well. Just take it all. Goodbye. Down to 2. Sheldred in hand. Should almost certainly nab them off the Sheldred, even if they have an amazing turn. Because there's not a whole lot of instant interaction in their deck. Unless they have like the 3 mana exile removal enchantment that also you can channel for 2, and I think it bounces something. Maybe it bounces only your own creatures, I can't remember. Maybe it phases out your own creatures. I forget what that thing does. Blinks it, something. Ossify, but it's too late. Take the Trespasser, bin a card. Land hits the bin, and we follow up with the Fateful Sheldred. We could also just haste you in to win now, to not belabor the point, and get in for 3. Jump block there, 3 to the face. Good game, enchantments. That's like 15% of the meta these days, so whenever you're building decks, you definitely have to be thinking about what are you going to do against enchantments. We can keep this on the draw. If they are at all part of the usual meta, they're not. Okay, alright, so we got our work cut out for us. It's mono blue. We hit a 2-drop. I mean, I guess we're fine if they counter this. Yeah, we'll play it out. I think we most need to resolve other removal spells for the Djinns. Alright, you're countered. Goodbye. 3rd land, tap out for the Djinn. Wow, okay. We'll definitely immediately kill that. We don't hit our land drop, which is sad, but gotta do this now. Autopay. First Djinn down, 3 to go. Consider. Bin a land, draw up. Is that a different artwork land? No. It's like they're crazy if they're playing multiple artworks in the same deck. We do not hit land. So we'll play the underdog. I mean, it's a pretty good thing to get countered. Can always come back later. Essence Scatter, fine. Really just want to hit land in our 26 land deck? Like, come on. Hey, it's not a land, let's go. Well, I can't say I'm thrilled about that. I've certainly been more enthusiastic about various plays. 2 lands to 5 lands plus a flow of knowledge. And it's a terror for 1 mana. And it's a terror. Okay. I mean, we can kill 1 with Gix's Command if we had 5 mana. Not a land. Let's go. All right. Let's get out of here. Joy. I swear, we're running 26 land. I'm not crazy. All right. Thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.